Hi everyone, let's talk about AEW Christmas. Let's talk about AEW Collision Christmas, December 21st, 2024 episode. Let's talk about it. Will Ospreay is here and we kick off the show with Will Ospreay and Ricochet. Let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it. Ricochet gets the towel paper treatment. Here we go, which was funny. The toilet paper on Ricochet. Oh, that was funny, man. That was funny. From the fans, man. That was funny. Then Ricochet backs Ospreay up and slaps him in the face and praised by Ospreay in an arm drag. And Ricochet shoulder blocks Ospreay to the floor and follows up with a Sansa, and Ricochet then whips himself with some toilet paper rolls and Ospreay into the ring and comes in with a suicide from the outside, running interfering uppercut to the back by Ricochet and a 2 count, and drop kick to the face by Ricochet, and Will Ospreay backflips out of a German suplex and hits the phenomenal forearm and hard chomp by Ospreay, but Ricochet backflips out of a Styles Clash since and hits an angel swing, a 2 count, and the best moonsault ever. But Will Ospreay moves and hits the Styles Clash for a 2 count, and then Will Ospreay thinks about the Ospreay cutter on the apron. Then Ricochet blocks it and hits the Death Valley driver and running shooting star press off the apron to the floor. But Ricochet, the floor by Ricochet, and Will Ospreay gets rolled back in the ring, and Ricochet follows up with a springboard 450 Virgo by Ricochet and gets a 2 count. And Ricochet looks for a brain buster, but Ospreay counters with a Sundog Billionaire powerbomb into a Death Valley driver by Ricochet, and then a running hand blade by Ospreay, and both guys are down, and officially both guys make it to their feet and trade elbows in the corner of the ring, and Ospreay drops Ricochet immediately and thinks about Stormbreaker, but Ricochet pushes him into the ref, and Stormbreaker, there was no ref, and Ospreay heads up top, but Ricochet throws the ref into the ropes, and Ospreay gets clutched and running blade by Ricochet, and 1, 2, 3, and Ricochet wins the match, which was an amazing match. Even though Ricochet won, and I can't stand the dude in real life with his freaking comments, thinking that he's hot shit, thinking that he made the company and shit. Like I said again, and then we had the Adam Cole and MJF thing, which was amazing. Adam Cole's here, baby, but wait, here, MJF is with tons of security, and MJF walks to the far side of the ring, and MJF demands they cut his promo, and crowd is all over MJF here, and MJF is frustrated with Cole and asking like he's MJF's biggest enemy and not vice versa, and MJF says Cole has other enemies to worry about, and spray tan and a crack in the floor and a twist of wind of a cavity, and since his dentist isn't seeing him anymore, woof. When MJF was the longest reigning world champion of all time, Cole was just his sidekick when it comes to Adam Cole being elite enough, much like the shitty little ankle he blew it. And MJF says Cole turned on him because he's jealous of him and rich, handsome, and funny and entertaining. And MJF says Cole used to be Adam Cole, baby, but these days he looks like a crack baby. Yikes. Then Adam Cole wants to know if that was MJF's last line, and Cole could stomp to MJF's level, but by talking about his 2 hair surgeries, or that he pulled strings to get his girlfriend hired like the politician he is, but he wouldn't do that, and Cole isn't like MJF in this wedding, and Cole puts buckets against Kyle O'Reilly and proving he was the GOAT. Does Cole have regrets? Sure, but it doesn't regret turning his back on him. Gets close to someone and turns your back on them immediately. That's what MJF does, and Cole did it better than MJF, and he knows it, and MJF is afraid to let anyone get close to him because it's a weakness, and MJF finally admits he was going to turn on Adam Cole, but he got lucky. But he got lucky at World's End. MJF says he did start to care for the first time in his life about someone else. However, when Cole becomes Cole becomes a distraction, there's no room for him. And MJF says Cole isn't the devil. He's just beat the devil to it. And December 28th tonight, which is going on tonight, and MJF ends Cole's rule. And how about Cole ends it right now? And Cole blasts MJF in the face with a mic and the sense of the security with super kicks. And MJF goes blow on Cole, but the kingdom makes the save before he could use the ring. Then we had Chris Statlander fences pivoting forward, which was a little fun match right here. And then Statlander muscles forward into the corner, sends her out, delayed first suplex by Statlander, but Forward escapes out of the ring, but Chris Statlander holds on to Sins and finished the suplex electric chair by Chris Statlander, but Forward escapes to the top rope and makes up the top with a blockbuster for a 2 count and a double jump knee drop to Statlander, who lands off the apron, and Chris Statlander rolls to the outside, and Forward falls, driving her back first into the apron and the guardrail, and clotheslines by Forward, and we go to the break, and back from the break, and Chris Statlander connects with a leg. Well, I'll say it again, guys. Start again. I'll repeat it again. So clotheslines by Forward, and we go to a break, and back to the break, and Forward, and we go to a commercial break, and back from the break, and Chris Statlander connects with a leg strips, driver for a 2, and Forward ducks a clothesline and hits a stunner and a poison Corona by Forward, and 1-2 no, and then Forward misses a moonsault, and Chris Statlander follows it with a German suplex, and Saturday Night Special does it, and Chris Statlander wins the match. Then Mercedes Moné is here, and we got Moné and Statlander at World's End, which is happening tonight for the TBS title. And then the Costco guy are here, and here he comes, and Chris Jericho and with Big Bill and Brian Keith, and the Costco kid calls Chris Jericho a jackass, which was cool. And Jericho says he's the king of New York, and Jericho says he's the fan doesn't want the Costco kids because New York's shop at Bushki's facts that this is the Hammerstein Ballroom and the house that Chris Jericho built. There is no time for gimmicks like Bennett Mask or guys that want to scissor. And here Anthony Bowens by himself, and Bowens says Jericho caught his attention and he's trying to sense a guy in a walking boot and essentially 11-year-old kid, but he just shut the hell up when a man tries to silence another man. He's personally afraid of the truth, and fans chant for Big Bill, and Bowens wants Jericho to come to the ring and get his ass whooped by the Scissor King, and Jericho takes a few steps and says not tonight, and Bowens scissors with the Costco kid, and then that's what happened right there, which I thought was fun, but a lot of other people didn't like it. Then the Fantara, I can't pronounce it, but Taya Valkyrie and Deonna Purrazzo are with Liz Naylor in the backstage. When Toni Storm shows up, Toni introduces herself, and Deonna has enough of it, and she wants her at Dynamite this week, and they got it. You know what happened? The Christmas episode which was taped, which you guys, I don't do spoilers. That's the other reason why I have never done that, and I would never do that. But that was a taped show, but who cares? But it happened this past week, which that was my thing, with Toni Storms and Taya Valkyrie. Then we had a decent match right here in the Continental Classic with Shelton Benjamin and Daniel Garcia. Great match right here. Let's talk about it. So Daniel Garcia attacks early, and here we go, and Benjamin clothesline Garcia over the top and sends him into the guardrail in a bunch, and Garcia fights back with some hard chop inside the ring, but Benjamin cuts him off with a boot to the face, and we go to the break, and back from the break, and Garcia fires off the ropes with a shotgun dropkick, and Benjamin doesn't seem to care and tosses Garcia halfway across the ring with a German suplex and makes that too, and both guys are on the apron, and Benjamin tries to dump Garcia with a German suplex from the apron to the floor, but Garcia elbows his way out, and Garcia drives off the apron right into Benjamin's waiting arm and proceeds to get dumped in overhead and belly-to-belly suplex, and Garcia tosses Benjamin into the corner onto the outside and mounts him and delivers a 10 punch and a hip twist and shotgun drop kick by Garcia in the corner, and Benjamin is up with a big clothesline and back inside the ring. It's another German suplex by Benjamin, and Benjamin misses a running clothesline in the corner, and Garcia follows up with a dragon screw drop whip and dragon timber by Daniel Garcia into the middle of the ring, and Benjamin is in pain but powers out with a massive STF, and Garcia fights to the top with a roll up and Benjamin for a 2 and twist kick to the face by Benjamin, and then the crowd is loving this one, and the jackknife cover by Garcia out of nowhere, and that's how Daniel Garcia defeated freaking Shelton Benjamin, man. Good stuff right there, man. Good stuff. Then Garcia celebrates his win on the ramp, but Bobby Lashley's here, but Lashley can do much damage, and Mark Briscoe makes the save, and security is holding Mark Briscoe back, but from the far side, Swerve Strickland is here with a stomp off the top to take out everyone, and the locker room has emptied, and Swerve and Garcia and Briscoe are in the ring, and Swerve takes the mic and says he's going to get his hands on Bobby Lashley before the end of 2024, which was awesome, which was an awesome statement with Mark Briscoe, man. Then we had the Beast Bortles versus Mark Briscoe in the Continental Classic, which was good, guys, which was good. Let's talk about it. Fans are alive for this one, and a huge back body drop by Mark Briscoe sends the Beast Bortles to the outside, and hard the Beast Bortles back inside already, and Mark Briscoe with a huge spear running tolling drop kick into the corner by Bortles, also again Beast Bortles, and Mark Briscoe fights back with some redneck Fatu, but it didn't work, and Bortles steps on him in the corner, and raises the neck as we went to break, and then a running Imperial uppercut in the corner, and a big headbutt by the Beast Bortles, and Beast Bortles drops the knee pad, but misses a charge in the corner, and Spice drop kicks by Mark Briscoe, and a cannonball suicide dive to the floor, and Mark Briscoe throws a chair in the ring, since using it as a springboard, but the Beast Bortles is there, and both guys are on the apron now, and the Beast Bortles lands a hard and high twisty moonsault, but Mark Briscoe off the top elbow, but the Beast Bortles gets to the top and since backbreaker and a powerbomb on the knee, but the Beast Bortles pops up a Samoan drop by the Beast Bortles, and 1-2 no. Then Mark Briscoe ducks a lariat and catches the Beast Bortles with a Death Valley driver and a Froggy Bowl 1-2 no. And then Mark Briscoe goes up top again, and also again Mark Briscoe goes up top again, but the Beast Bortles steps up only to eat the elbow away in a Jade Drizzler, and that's what happened. And Mark Briscoe defeated the Beast Bortles. I'll say it again. Mark Briscoe defeated the Beast Bortles right there, man. And then Julia Hart says she gave Jimmy Hayter all the morning, so she's not castless and sneaky. Mariah May is in the back with Alex Marvels, and May says, talking about Thunder Rosa's dad, and here Thunder Rosa jumped May and then brawled all the way to the ring where security finally broke it up, which was awesome, guys. And then we had the main event. With Darby Allin and Claudio Castagnoli. Great match with Claudio and Darby. Great match. Let's talk about it. Darby attacks early with a suicide dive before the bell rings, and here we go. And Darby jumps on Claudio back gets dumped hard on the ramp in a military press by Claudio, but Darby fires himself and throws Claudio into the set, and Darby now climbs to the top of the entrance and dives off a crossbody, and somehow both guys get back into the ring, and Claudio sends Darby into the light with a pop-up Hurricane. I'll say it again. A pop up. I'll repeat it again, guys. Quadio sends Darby into the light with a pop up. Interfering uppercut, and giant swing. And since, by the way, and Quadio beats on Darby around the ringside area as we went to break, and back from the break, Darby hits a suicide dive for 2, and Darby heads up top now, and Coffee drops on the floor, and Darby locks in a sleeper on the floor, but Quadio decides to run and puts himself and Darby through the timekeeper's table, and both guys finally get back in the ring and trade pins and double stomps to Darby's stomach before dead lifting, and Darby up and body slams him on the apron from the ring, and Quadio dives Darby into the ring post a few times for a good measure, and Quadio now swings Darby into the ring steps onto the floor, and Quadio calls for a lariat and turns Darby inside out for 2, and Darby counters a bomb with a cool red 2 count, and then Darby reverses a superplex with a top rope scorpion death drop. Then Darby goes back up top for the coffee drop, but Quadio gets back up top with a bomb, but Quadio 2 count, and the Quadio goes under the ring for a chair, allowing him to hit Darby with a pair of brushed knuckles behind the ring back, and Darby is out, and Quadio Castagnoli won the match, and that's how he won. I'll repeat it again. Darby with a pair of brushed knuckles behind the rep back, and Darby is out, and that's how Quadio Castagnoli defeated. I'll say it again. That's how Quadio Castagnoli defeated Darby Allin. And that was the main event, and it was a good match. Loved it, guys. And I give this Collision Christmas a 7 out of 10, guys. A 7 out of 10. It was a decent show. I enjoyed it, and it was a decent show, and I loved it, and I thought it was good, guys. I give it a 7 out of 10. I give this AEW Collision Christmas December 21st a 7 out of 10. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bells as always, guys. This is Christopher Jackson Denver. I'll say it again. This is Christopher Jackson Denver. I'll repeat it again. This is Christopher Jackson Denver. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bells as always, guys. And peace out and take care, guys. Peace out and take care. Peace out and take care.